So if you sneeze, Prism crashes. So what happened there is I said the command for the device that starts with G, you know, the OG, and my phone has that enabled. So I need to go on my phone and somehow disable the assistant, because as soon as the assistant started, it locked up Prism. So that's what happened. As soon as I was doing the assistant thing, Prism locked up. So anything that you do will lock up Prism. So we're cooking on generator power here. We got the cord. This is generator power. So I'm going to let this heat up a little bit more. And we're going to turn down the heat a little bit. I really don't like these eggs because they don't have a good bright yolk. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you the difference. So this is what we're going to do. So this is this egg, and I'll show you why I'm showing you this here in a second. And these are the eggs that I got at Walmart, which are better, believe it or not. So this is the company that sells these eggs. And this egg right here, remember, this egg is here, so we're going to keep that one on this side. This egg is over here. All right, this is the one that came out of here. Now watch this. I'm not going to switch the eggs. I'm going to crack this egg right here. A lot harder shell, really hard shell to crack. Look how bright orange or yellow that is, whatever color you want to call it. And this one was easy to crack. You can do it with one hand. And look how yellowy that looks. This is this brand, this is this brand. So one of them you can crack really easy with one hand, and the other one you can't. The harder the shell, the darker, the oranger the yolk, the better the egg is, the quality of the egg. So that's what I wanted to show you. Even though, look at the claims on this, okay? These claim that they're organic. See, this is what I get at my local grocery store. Central Market, organic, pasture raised, soy free, no hormones. So that's what I was wanting, is soy free, because they sometimes feed their chicken soy and soy supplements. You know, it's just, that's the way it is. USDA organic, but this is not a high quality egg. Now this egg right here, the one that's bright, there, they're lined up. So this is this egg, not so good. This one doesn't have any claims about being organic, doesn't have any claims about being soy free, but it's a higher quality egg. So you tell me what's going on here. So I normally get these, but with the supply chain shortage, you saw this was they had 2 of these left, and the other one I didn't get because I don't eat that many eggs anyway. But this is a better quality egg as far as I'm concerned than this crap. So even though it says organic, you don't get the better product sometimes, and eggs are proof of that. That yellowy looking egg compared to that orange egg, harder shell, better looking egg. This one looks yellowy and looks weak, and the shell was thin and easy to crack, and that's the organic one. So I don't know. I would love to do some kind of test to see which one has more of what and less of what in it, but how would you do that? Which one's better for you? You know, but eating eggs is good for you. You probably want to eat at least 2 or 3 eggs a day if you can. All right, round 3. Yep, round 3. Prism blocked up when I hit the power button accidentally. I guess I need to turn up my heat a little bit. See, I'm doing this backwards. When you're working with a skillet, especially with eggs or meat, a lot of times you want to start off with it hotter than what you want to cook and let it slowly start cooling down a little bit. You never really want to go from the cold to the hot side because it makes things stick more. So you always want to let things cool and it releases whatever easy. But I got busy ranting about the eggs, so I wasn't paying attention. So here's how our air fries turned out. You missed it because the stream locked up, but look at that. Look at those. Them are good home fries right there. So that's what the air fryer will do, and you saw how I made them. I did the sea salt and the black pepper, mixed it in the bowl. It releases a lot of the moisture, and they come out nice and they're still cooking. They're still a little bit warm. God, that's good. And here's how the bacon turned out. I normally cook the bacon a little bit more, but look, it breaks over. See, the bacon will break. If the bacon breaks, it's good. See this right here? It broke over and it snaps. That's all you want. There's only one piece in here that's not going to break over, and that's this one. This one didn't cook as well because for whatever reason it was in a cooler area or whatever. Something was covering it. And then I got some grass-fed cheese on the side here. So we got grass-fed cheese, and then the eggs are almost done. I'm not paying attention. So I'm going to turn off because they're already cooked on this side. I'm going to turn the heat off, let them release. I don't normally cook backwards like this, but I'm doing a stream. You never really want to go from cool to hot when you're cooking eggs. You want to go from hot, so let it cool down so the eggs are not releasing. So they're kind of stuck. If that's okay, I'm going to turn it over like that. Let that cook for a second. Get all that slime off of there. And you want them over easy. They're better for you that way. They're still going to be cooking a little bit. We're going to take and move our camera over here so you can catch the pour when I pour the eggs on the plate, and then what I do from there. All right. So the eggs are for the most part done. There's a lot of butter on here, so we're going to keep them kind of overlapped with the butter. We're going to angle it there so the butter stays by the eggs. And what you can't forget to do is turn off your generator when you're cooking on generator power. So we'll grab our fork and we're going to bust our eggs open. So this is what I wanted to show you. This egg was the pour egg, the organic one. And this egg, look how much brighter it is on this side. The orange. It's got an orange look. This one's yellowy. This one's orange. So then I hit it with a little bit of black pepper. And sometimes I add a little extra sea salt, even though there was plenty of salt on the home fries, but we'll just give it a little bit of that. And then I'll take some of this sometimes, this Bragg's nutritional yeast. And then we'll throw a little bit of that on there like that. We're going to go turn off the generator, so let's not forget to do that. And I turn off the fuel. That's how I shut it off. That way there's not fuel in the bowl. Alright, so now we're ready to eat. Now in a perfect world, I'd have my tea ready. I quit drinking coffee because I just didn't feel good drinking coffee. So there's your happy plate. You got your over easy eggs, your air fried bacon. Oh, it's not happy yet. Oh, we just dropped some cheese. We had a fail, look at this. We just dropped some cheese down here. Could we eat this? Yeah, we'll just scrape off. Oh, no, there's a lot of hair. That's a little protein, right? There's more hair on it. So I dropped it down in there, and that hasn't been cleaned in a while because I don't clean that stuff. Or just get the hair off of it. Whatever that. It's not really hair, it's some kind of lint from the, it's a lint from the little heat, the little pads right there, I think. We're forgetting our air fries. What's wrong with me? This is like the, we're gonna have to make room for the air fryers. I'm gonna move this bacon out of the way. What am I thinking? It's not too much food for me to eat, but I haven't eaten all day, so it'll be just fine. I'm still losing weight, I'm losing fat, I'm gaining muscle, so I'm on the right track. So I'm just gonna keep on running with this. I don't have any sugar. I know this potato is gonna turn into sugar. I know that the cheese will turn into sugar, and then the proteins will, but it's not spiking my blood sugar. So we're gonna eat all these fries right here because I haven't eaten all day. This will be my only meal for today. It's Echo. What time is it?
It's 5:44 p.m.
So it's 5:44 and I'm still been fasting all day. And I didn't eat that much yesterday. Thinking about doing a 48-hour fast again. It's really kind of hard to do when I'm riding and working so hard. I'm pulling my body pretty hard. But I'm asking it to do more than I should. All right, now we got cheese, grass-fed cheese, the taters, air-fried home fries, and the Ninja air fryer, which I think is a good air fryer because this thing gets a workout. And it's been bulletproof so far. And then we got our eggs. And the Bragg's nutritional yeast makes the eggs look funny, so just don't worry about that. So now we have a happy plate. Now we can come over here and see what we got to work with. All right. So let's see if we can do this. We'll get you a better perspective here. Let's give you a bird's eye view. Right here, some of that action. All right. I'm gonna plug the charger into the phone. And it barely reaches. And I'm being very careful not to touch the power button because that will crash Prism. Because Prism is a stable app. All right, so what do we got in the chat? Does Fry not have shore power? Yeah, I do, but I'm not using it when I don't have to. I want to use my generator because what happens is when you need your generator, and I have solar power backup and all that, but it's never there when you need it because if you don't use it for 6 months, the pull rope will break or the car gets gunked up even though I use ethanol-free gas. We're going to turn the poker face down a little bit here. So I'm using my generator every day if I can. And I also want to run the gas out of the generator because I need to replace the fuel valve. So I don't want to have a full tank of gas. So I'm doing this for several reasons. Don't let the birds crap on your dinner. Really spoils the mood. There's no birds in here. Let's check. I don't see any birds in the house, so I think we're good. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. So what do I want to eat first? Let's get one of these home fries here. Oh my God. Now remember, I pre-salted these with salt, 2 types of sea salt, the Himalayan, the pink stuff, and the stuff that's called real salt. Let me show you. Oh my God. And then I cooked the bacon on top. Wow. So I'll show you the 2 types of salt I use. God, that's good. So this is real salt by this company, Redmond's, and it's sea salt. and then this pink Himalayan salt. I use both of these, and a lot of both. And then some organic black pepper. Wow. Just eating that alone, I mean, I'm done. I'm happy. This is amazing. And you want to use the yellow or golden potatoes. They make the best home fries. And I'll show you. Some people call them gold. This company calls them yellow. You want to use these types of potatoes. They make for a better potato in the air fryer. From my experience, it's better than a russet and all those other potatoes. Trust me on that. I'm going through all of it. Better than red potatoes. I've had a lot of experience with the air fryer, and I've narrowed it down to the yeller taters are the best ones. The texture, the flavor, the way they cook, oh my God. And then the bacon. So this is the air fried bacon. Look at it. It doesn't have a burnt taste. The fat is crispy. See how it breaks over? Look at that. Look at that. If the bacon breaks over, that's all you want. You don't want it to start tasting burnt. And because I poured some of the water that came off of the potatoes when I was making them, you saw me do that. It had salt and black pepper in there. That's all you need for seasoning. Then you take your little piece of grass-fed cheese. Wow. I wish I could share this with everybody. Oh my God. So, Deborah says in Canada, you'll have a different brand, and they do taste better. Yeah, they do. So Katie says, Katie, where's your wrench? That's not the same Katie. What happened to your wrench? That's got to be a different Katie. No GMO air fries on Friday with the Fry family. Yeah, Katie, is that the same Katie that supposed to have a wrench? Because that doesn't make any sense. Are you a different Katie? Are you the Katie that I talk to on the phone sometimes? So now we're going to try our eggs. This side was the egg that I think is going to be a better egg. This is the side that, the organic egg that I think is a poor quality egg. So I'm doing a side-by-side test. This is the yellow yolk egg. This is the orange yolk egg. All right, so I got that taste going on. We're gonna come over here and eat some of this egg and see what it tastes like. Night and day difference between the orange yolk egg and the yellow yolk egg. This one has a richer taste. The one that I said that's a better quality egg, and the one that claims to be organic doesn't have as good of a taste. It's just less, it's a lesser, it's not as rich. I can't explain it. So, new tablet, you can call me. So, okay, you must have a different login then, Katie, because you're not wrenched up with that name. So, you must have set up a different username on that tablet, is what I'm saying. All right, so here's the one piece of bacon that I could have left in the air fryer longer. It didn't cook as well. See how it sags? You don't want your bacon, or of course you might like bacon like this, but I don't like saggy bacon like that. This is the only piece that I could have cooked longer, but it's not gonna hurt you. It's still cooked enough to where the fat is not chewy. Yeah, so Best Butcher says yellow eggs, anemic, orange eggs, awesome. Exactly. That's what I'm seeing. So the orange eggs, even though the orange egg's not the organic one, to me it's a better egg than the one that claims to be organic without the soy. But which one's healthier for you? How would you know? All I know is I've been cleaning up my intake, and I feel better and better. I guess I could show you TMI, but belly fat's going away. Starting to get my six-pack. Still got a little fat here. My chest is bigger. I'm building muscle still. So I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. And I think I'm on the right track. And what have I been doing? Eating a lot more meat, eggs, protein, no sugar, no ice cream. I'm still eating potatoes. I'll still have a little bit of rice, but no wheat, none of the white devils. No wheat, no sugar, no milk. I didn't have milk before, but I had ice cream, and ice cream was basically concentrated milk with sugar. So none of that. And I hope I didn't blind anybody by showing you my my progress there. All right, catch you later there, guy in Australia, DIM, Bladeworks, the Bladeworks guy. Nice to see you in the chat there, Bladeworks. Yeah, if I was on my streaming system, I'd have the open lines, but right now we're doing a cooking thing right now. Request for book, let Fry know. Request for books. Okay, yes. The Bladeworks guy in Australia sent me a whole bunch of links on his Google Drive. And if you want any of these books, they're prepping books, just email me, FryTV Now, and I'll forward the links to you, or whatever it takes. I'll get you the books. And I might just set them up on an FTP site or something. That's way too much food for me. So the fact that I've been fasting every day, my stomach is shrinking. So I already know this is way too much food for me. But if I eat it slow, I'll be okay. All right, let's see. Who do we got streaming right now? Of course, I'm streaming. Let Freedom Ring is streaming. Santa's, I guess, having his meeting. First responder. He's there. So is 1971 Stormtrooper. Let's see, who else is streaming? Oh, now that's crap. I've said who else is streaming. Look at this. What a bunch of crap. YouTube screenshotted me showing my stomach on my video. They're clickbaiting for me. What kind of crap is that? So, you know somebody's watching my stream. That's how this works. Somebody's sitting there, works at YouTube, and they're monitoring the stream. They're going, oh, let's embarrass the crap out of this guy. And let's make his thumbnail him touching his stomach. And yeah, I don't get much sun on my stomach, but the rest of my body does. But yeah, that's crazy. Today with Julius is live. Ride Along Gang's live. Let Freedom Rings live. And that's it for the Defender of Ants is live. Global FM is live. Who else? Maverick Multimedia is live. Viva Fry is live. Wyckoff is live. And that's it for the most part. Fats Steven Seagal's live? No. Buffalo Man 11 is live. Haven't seen him live in a while. Let's see what Today with Julius is doing.
God bless you guys. God bless your family. God bless America. God bless the world. Again, if you guys like this video, comment below what you thought about Will Smith's apology to Chris Rock, and share this video out. Appreciate you guys for watching. Again, tomorrow I'll be at the Capitol at 11 a.m. tomorrow at the Patriot Pride Month celebration. There will be speakers there. If you live in Sacramento, or if you're near Sacramento, like an hour away in the Bay Area or something like that, come on down to the Capitol, 11 a.m. It starts. I'm not sure what time it ends. I'm guessing about maybe 2 p.m. I'm guessing. So, but I'll be there for as long as I can be there. So, appreciate you guys for watching. God bless you guys. Again, if you want to share this video out, like this video, share this video. All the links right here to support me, you guys can see across the screen right here. All the links to donate, giftsandgo.com/CA Convoy with Julius, Cash App, $ Julius Q Giles, PayPal @Julius Giles, Venmo, Julius Giles. So all the links are there, and all the links should be down below as well. So appreciate you guys. God bless. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Alright, so we caught the end of the stream there. That was Today with Julius. This is really good. This was worth the wait and having to go to the store to get the taters.
Alright, we're on in 30 minutes. Let's do some vocal warm-ups.
This is Ride Along Gang. Looks like he's buffering a little bit. So this is a good combination. Grass-fed cheese, uncured bacon, yellow golden fries, taters, whatever you want to call it. And 2 eggs over easy. Check out Ride Along Gang if you haven't already. I'm sure you've heard of Ride Along Gang. I eat slow, by the way. I eat really slow. It's better to eat slow if you can. I'm going to come down here so I can read the chat better. Hey Andy, what's happening? Yeah, I was just doing a little cooking with generator power. Not too much on the rant side right now while I'm eating. I don't like to have bad thoughts when I'm eating, so I'll keep the rant away. Not to say that something's not going to trigger me. So wherever Ride Along Gang is, it's raining. Hey Bananas, what's happening?
Personal pizza, not a big one. Yeah. Usually I have bread and kidney sticks early. Oh no, I would make a pizza. I make kidney sticks, so bacon.
Is Ty Guy in here? Hey Ty Guy. What's happening, man? Yeah, I'm just doing a little cooking stream. We went shopping earlier. Yeah, you should go check out the stream. I went to Walmart and I bought some Sharpies. Let me go show you what I did. I just heard Ride Along Gang give me a shout out. And they're buffering now, but they said hi. So I bought these two Sharpies right here. I bought these two Sharpies. Now, do these look like some kind of weapon or something that you shouldn't own? They're just normal Sharpies. And then the one of the employees comes up to my self-checkout and looks at me and she starts scanning my screen with her little card. She goes, I just need to verify that you're over 18. I was like, okay. Why is that? For your Sharpies. She said, for these. So I said, how old do I look? She goes, you look over 18. I said, no, you're not going to get in trouble. How old do I really look to you? She said, 30s. So she said, I look like I'm in my 30s. And I said, okay, I'm 51. I'll be 52 in March of next year. So yeah. Let's see. Ty Guy says, I know what they are. My brother has them. Yeah, the best part about these metallic Sharpies is they'll write on anything. Like a black surface, you can see them. Even a white surface, you can see them. A blue, red, they pop really good. That's why I like getting these silver ones. Yeah, Bananas. I need to throw you an honorary wrench because you're popping in the chat so much. Let's see if we can do that from here. Boom. There you go, Bananas. You got an honorary wrench. And Mojo, you get your wrench back. There. You got another honorary wrench. Not to be mods. I don't need any mods, but that way, because you've been in the chat room so much. And that's the way I'm doing it now. I guess y'all can see me in the mirror, huh? I didn't know that. Yeah, y'all can see me in that mirror. If I'm standing right here with my head there, yep, you can see me. Well, that's cool. Yeah, Thai guy. I'd like to see that. And see, now Mojo can put links back in the chat now. Yeah, I didn't realize you still didn't have your wrench. Because everybody's gotten their wrench back. Just not for moderating. But I'm missing some people. I'm just not paying attention like I should. Sorry about that, Mojo. And yeah, Mojo, thanks for posting the link for Ride Along game in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Why do you feel left out, Andy? I don't know what you're talking about. I gave you a wrench earlier. It should be there.
We should be knocking on 200 right now.
Type something in the chat again there, Andy. You should have a wrench. You should have an honorary wrench. And then Deborah Jeffrey, I've been seeing her in the chat a lot too. So I'm chunking everybody a wrench right now. Not to moderate, just because it's an honorary wrench. But if you want to post links, post all the links you want. So if you want to promote somebody's channel, you want to promote your own stuff, you want to promote your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever, chunk it in the chat room. If you have a wrench, if you have one of these, promote away. Whatever link you want. This is really good. It's another reason why I eat slow, because it's so good. I can't imagine how good this is. This will make you throw rocks in any restaurant food. Let's see, what else have I been doing around here? I've been redoing a lot of stuff. So Thai guy, if you're still watching, this is the new setup here. I added my assistants here. I'm not going to say the names, but this one starts with a Z, this one starts with a C, and that one starts with an O and a G. You know the device. So this is my assistant tower, and that yellow jacket is a picture of when I was a freelance photographer 15-20 years ago, however long it's been. I took a picture of that yellow jacket. That yellow jacket was on my windshield, so that's a print that's almost 20 years old, so that's pretty cool. And this is a Wise Cam. You can buy them for like 25 bucks at Walmart. Well, at least you could. A month ago they were 25. Now they're probably $150 the way things are going up, but it's a $25 little Wise surveillance camera, and you can download firmware to turn it into a webcam. And it's a decent webcam with a very wide viewing angle. That's the cool part about it. So it's got a really wide viewing angle, but the microphones are garbage, so you can't use the microphone on it. But it's good for a webcam. So it kind of looks cool because it's black and white, and this stuff is kind of black and white. And then I got my fluorescent hand over here, and that's what I forgot to get at Walmart, is a black light. I'm gonna have to order one. I know I have a couple around here, I just need to find them, but I want to put a black light on my stream, because at night this stuff will pop. Anything fluorescent, that's gonna pop really cool. So I'm gonna have things that kind of pop. This I might have to paint it with the black light. It might pop a little bit. So I kind of want to do the whole black light thing on my stream, especially at nighttime. And this might pop too. My Grinch is streaming with me now. And these are all my post-it notes for my rants. So stuff that I think about or I hear on the radio. It's either coming from me or something I heard on the radio, but most of these are just my thoughts. And I'll just rip them off the mirror and just start talking about it. Just like this one says, I practice strict liability, not limited liability. What does that mean? I don't carry homeowners insurance. I'm only carrying insurance that I'm forced to carry. So I'm strictly liable for my house if it burns down. I'm not limitedly liable. So I'm not going to pay somebody to be liable for me. I'm not going to be forced to gamble. So if I don't have to have insurance, I won't. So that's what I mean by I'm strictly liable instead of limitedly liable. So I don't participate in flawed systems. If the house burns down, it burns down. I'll rebuild, or I probably won't. I'll probably just turn it into a concrete and not have to be paying property tax on it. So won't be that concerned about it really. I'll just get an RV and maybe I'll travel the world. Who knows? But yeah, I don't have homeowners insurance. I might get homeowners insurance one day, but every time I see people telling me stories about their homeowners insurance, they never pay off when there's bad storms or something. So you're just paying them money and it just goes down the drain. Oh, this is something else I did, Tie Guy, if you're still watching. So I painted this white. Sorry about that. So when I work on computers, I can stage them right here and have a place to hook up the cables. I got my power strip. It's like a 6-footer. It goes all the way across the back to plug the monitors and stuff in. And I got a network cable there so I can go straight on the network. And I got my compressor there for the mixer. All that right there. So I got my 19-inch rack there, and I got hard drives and all kinds of stuff in there. I got the fast streaming system moved in here. That came out of the big studio, my original system. I moved everything in here except the monitors. Now everything's been moved in here except the monitors. But I have 5 monitors on the system now, just like I had in the other studio. I got these 4 and then that one if I need a 5th one. But most of the time what I use the 5th monitor for is when I want to just kick back and watch YouTube. I can sit on the couch and I can turn these monitors off. And so I'm streaming now. Because I'm not restreaming that much anymore, I'm getting by with 4 monitors is what I'm saying. And I got my own little emoji here. Yeah. It's an organic emoji that that's freestyled emoji. I freestyled that one, so that's not too bad, huh? That's an ice cream lid. When I used to eat ice cream, I did a little freestyling emoji there, so that's free-handed. Look at me go. And I also got my drills and all my tools and connectors here. in all these drawers. So this is radio equipment, seeds, more radio gear, charging setup, and this all runs on solar when the sun is out. So this whole area is all solar powered. Pretty much the whole house is, except for the water heater. So there you go, Thai guy, if you're still watching. Am I looking into alternative fuels? The only alternative fuel that's worth messing with is propane. Because propane is, in this part of the country, is still fairly cheap. Banana said, I'm so jealous. I want a studio. Start building one, man. Don't be jealous. Just start building. Just one thing at a time, man. And remember, this is the old studio. I don't know if you remember, but this is the old studio. It's got the racetrack. I got everything in here except this is the computer that I was using in the living room. I was using that with this system, but this is a Generation 3, which is plenty good. So I'm going to put this system. I'm not going to have it sitting in the rack like right here because this is my surveillance system. I'm going to put it closer to me. So I'm going to put the white computer right here. And then, I don't know if you remember, but there's all the screens here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 55 inch, the 30 something inches. These are like 39 or 32 inches, I think. I think they're 32s. So I got the 5 screen set up here. And then the train that goes around it. And then the RC, not the RC, but the slot car tracks. But yeah, this was the original studio. There's the microphone. Of course, I stole the mixer out of here, so that's kind of a backup mixer. I need to get a better mixer for this studio, but I'm going to start streaming out of here every now and then. And yeah, and this is a working slot car track with the Batman car on it. I don't ever run any of this stuff. It's just more there for eye candy. I don't have time to play with toys, but it's just there if I ever did have time. But yeah, that's the old studio, and it doesn't get used much. And this is another monitor. The old studio actually had 6 monitors. This was a clone, and it still will be, of the big main 55-inch monitor. So I could see the chat from in the kitchen back when I was doing restreaming. Here's my Plex server. This stays on 24/7. My surveillance system stays on 24/7, and then I have another backup surveillance system. So yeah, this house is wired. There's lots of screens. There's a lot of technology. And I also have a streaming setup that's mobile on the laptop. But we don't need to go in that right now. Okay, what to do with old studio space? Yeah, it's going to be my backup streaming setup. So, because computers fail, things fail. Every time I say the C word, it stops the music because that's the name of one of my assistants. And she's playing music right now, so I'm going to have to stop saying the C word. But yeah, I'm going to turn the old studio into a backup streaming system. So if this system fails and I really need to stream, I can go over here. So, and it could also be my backup workstation too, because that's also my work, where I get my work done. That's where I do my day job. So, so the person that was living with me a couple months ago, that was her work area. I bought her that desk and set her up. So that was her office area. I didn't realize she had the best seat in the house until I until she moved out. So now I got the best seat in the house. I wish I had the ability to give everybody a taste. It's the air fried taters and the bacon that really push this to the extreme awesome level. What else have I been doing around here? A ton of stuff. Oh, check this out. So I have a whole bunch of these Atari flashbacks, but these are the good ones, not the junk ones. So if you're going to get an Atari flashback, get the version 2. This is flashback 2. And why do I say that? The Atari flashback 2, these are the old ones. So this is not the original Atari, but they came out with the clones of the Ataris. Like, I don't know what year this came out. This is probably 10 years old or more. And they were called Atari flashbacks. But the reason why this one is sought after is because it actually used the original emulated chipset design like the original Atari. So it's not doing software emulation, it's doing it on a hardware level. And you can solder in a cartridge if you want to spend the time to put your cartridges in this thing as well. People do it on YouTube all the time. So you can hack the board. It's got the pins for it to put the original cartridges, so you can have a cartridge slot in this thing. So this will give you the least amount of lag and the most realistic sound and graphics of the original Atari. And I think I have 3 of these. I have one right here, and I have one in here, sitting right there. And then I'm going to put one of them in here, so it's going to be part of the studio setup, and I'm going to hook it up to this TV, this badass True Flat RCA. It's a flat screen CRT, and I'm going to hook that into my streaming system with this composite capture card, USB. So on like Friday nights when we're having fun, we can have a little Atari action in the background. So, and plus, it'll be part of the backdrop of the stream now. So, it'll look cool with the Atari playing. And Centipede is one of my favorite Atari games. That and Asteroids. Centipede or Millipede, I can't remember which one it's called. So yeah, if you're gonna get one of those old Ataris, don't get the new ones. They're all, I have them. I have all the, and I didn't realize it until I started buying them. It's like, these things have a lot of lag. And it's because they're doing software emulation. And they're not doing hardware. So yeah, the Atari Flashback 2, you can find them on eBay still. If you want old school Atari, there's only a certain amount of games that are preloaded in it. So you're kind of stuck with that, but you'll get your fix. But yeah, one of these days I need to spend the time to hack the cartridge slot in there. You can buy the kits off the internet. I also have Sony PlayStation 2, which is my favorite console, period. Hands down, Sony PlayStation 2. For me. So like I said earlier, I planned on streaming earlier today, but Murphy was watching me and got a call from the radio station. Got everything working again. But we had a station down.
I already have indigestion from my food consumption.
Yeah, Frogger on Atari, the graphics are pretty lame, but it was fun. Of course, nowadays, all the graphics look kind of lame, but you know the cool thing about an Atari and a Nintendo, more so the Atari, you just turn it on and you're in the game. All these new games, it can take you 30 minutes to set them up and do updates or more. I have a I have two of those Xbox One S's or whatever they're called. I never turn them on. I just use them for Blu-ray players. And rarely do I ever have a chance to watch a movie. So it's probably been 2 years since I've turned on the Xboxes. I'd much rather play an Atari than an Xbox. But that's how old I am. I'm 51. And I can kick. And I can stretch. Did someone say Slinky? Back when Slinkies were very cheap, I used to buy them by the case. So I have a ton of Slinkies unopened. And I have a ton opened. You can do a lot with a Slinky. That's another prep item. You don't realize it, but a Slinky, I'm going to start doing videos about how Slinkies need to be in your preps. And we'll talk about that later. You can make a tunable antenna with a Slinky, transmitter antenna, receiver antenna. I've done it all. You can make a hand warmer with a Slinky. I can show you how to do that. You can use them for sound effects, eye candy, and there's just on and on and on with a Slinky. Or you can just use it as a toy, entertainment. The sound effects that were on some of these sci-fi movies, they use Slinkies, and I'll show you how that works one day. Hey, Ruby, thanks for popping in. So yeah, Slinky. It's a thing that you need to own if you're a prepper. As crazy as that sounds, and I've never really heard anybody say that. But I can show you how to make a tunable antenna with a Slinky. A transmission antenna. All right, Katie. Hey, Katie, I watched, here, Bees, I'm gonna hand you a wrench. And here. So a lot of people are getting honorary wrenches today. Not to be moderators, but just to promote your channel or somebody else's channel. So there you go, Bees. You got an honorary wrench because I've been seeing you in the chat enough. So you're part of the family now. But yeah, a Slinky can be made into a tunable antenna, and transmission or receiving antenna. And how I've designed mine is I have a metallic base with a speaker magnet below it or right on top of the metallic, and then I make my ground plane, so I run a wire off of it, and then I take a peanut butter lid and I screw on the top. I have one somewhere I need to show you. So you screw the peanut butter lid on the top, and you put a string in the middle of the peanut butter lid with a hook, and because there's a magnet on the bottom, it holds it really nice and tight, and you can tune the antenna to whatever frequency you want. And what you do is, I've had it in the living room before, but I put a pulley on the ceiling with a rope, and you can sit there with your CB radio and pull that string and watch your SWR meter, and you can adjust the Slinky to whatever frequency you're transmitting on or want to receive on. And yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I just had that idea one day. It's like, you know, I could make me a tunable antenna with this thing. That's the way my crazy brain works. I found it. All right, so it was in the studio. So this is where you hook your rope, and you put your base on the magnet, and that's where you hook your coax shield to the base, and then your center conductor is hooked to here, and of course you have it insulated so it's not shorting out to your center conductor. I'll have to show you, but yeah, if you have any basic antenna building knowledge, you can build a tunable antenna with this right here, or this can double as a sound effect. I'll show you that too, because you can put a microphone right here, and then you'll have your badass sound effect thing that they used to use in a lot of the sci-fi movies. They use Slinkies to do that. Springs, Slinkies, that kind of stuff. And this thing here has had 400 watts pushed through it. And it didn't get hot. But stuff in the house was making noise because I had the antenna inside the house, which is not ideal at all. But I was just doing it to see if I could, and I could. So yeah, it's another thing to have in your preps, is a Slinky. I'm still eating. I'm almost done. That's a lot of food, but I haven't eaten all day. Hey, Classic Car Traveler. There you go, you're getting an honorary wrench too. Because you were here back in the old days. Not to be a moderator. And so is Loud Red. Loud Red and Classic Car Traveler are in the chat a lot nowadays. So I'm handing out honorary wrenches for people that I notice more. And if you don't get one, don't take it personal. Don't say like, hey, I feel left out. You'll eventually get one, because I'll see in the chat enough, you know. And MM definitely gets an honorary wrench. And it keeps the playing field a little more even too. But yeah, there's no moderators on this channel. It's just pretty much drama free now. I think most of the drama happened before because people were tempting and poking at the moderators. I don't know why there was so much drama before. The channel had a lot more activity. And there was a lot of Convoy drama, a lot of rumors about my channel that caused a lot of drama. Like I'm a Fed, I own the moderators, all that nonsense. As you can see, I'm not a Fed. I'm an artist with an engineering background, or vice versa. Yeah, I'm glad I found the Slinky. We're gonna make that part of the studio now. Not for a transmission antenna, but for sound effects. So I'm probably gonna hang it. I'm gonna put a rope and a pulley on the ceiling somewhere in the house here. And then I'll have a microphone on the very top of this to get our sound effects. And you're going to be amazed of the sound that comes off of these things. Just for a sound effect alone. I've had a lot of different studios in this house with a lot of different stuff set up. I wish I'd have taken more pictures, but I've had studios all around this house before. I used to have one right here in the hallway. I had a system right here, and I had I had boards like PCI boards and all kinds of boards, motherboards, screwed all throughout, covered the whole this side of the hallway. And this was like a streaming area. And I had a chair right here, and this was where I used to stream from a long time ago. And for some reason, that's where I wanted to be at the time. And of course, I took everything off the walls. There's holes everywhere. That's why this mirror is here, to cover up a lot of the holes. But you can see holes everywhere. There's holes all in this wood that she puttied up, all these holes. Because when she moved back in, she didn't want all the holes all over the house. So there's putty all over everything. I had stuff all along here. So this whole wall had PC boards. So when you walked into the streaming area here, it was just covered with boards. It really looked cool. But yeah, that's the crazy artist in me. I'm not afraid to put a hole in the house. Yeah. Am I buffering? Somebody said Fed's jamming the signal. Am I buffering? Yeah, son, honey, we all want freedom. No buffer? Okay. I'm almost done eating. I know I keep saying that. Let's go see if it's going to rain outside. Of course, it's not going to rain inside, but you know what I mean. Nope. Bummer. I really would have enjoyed some rain today. Oh, something else I found today. This was one of the styrofoam cups where some of the original Fry TV artwork. This is probably close to 20 years old. But the styrofoam is finally breaking and it's brittle, so I had to back it with tape. But this was the original logo that I drew on some kind of, styrofoam cup at a restaurant I was in at the time. So I found that piece. And then they kind of evolved into these. And that was some of the original Yard TV logos, which are basically the same. So Yard TV Productions was my company when I did TV commercials. So if you ever saw anything on television with Yard TV Productions, that was me. And that was some of the original logos. And then Fry TV came shortly after Yard TV. And these were the original prints that came from this original sketch, which is basically the same thing as the Yard TV. So, and I also had Ear TV, which never really was a public website for the most part. It was my private stuff. So yeah, I'm finding a lot of stuff now by reorganizing stuff in the house. You're the slowest eater ever. I had a lot of food here. I had a lot of bacon, like 4 potatoes, 2 eggs, and a lot of cheese. But yeah, I'm talking, I'm eating, I'm streaming, so I'm not sitting there it's not a full-time job. So here's something else I found today in a closet. This was my old Pentium 4 laptop that still works. Back when I was an IT person here locally, this is what I would take to job sites. It's running Windows XP. And then whenever I upgraded my laptop, oh, by the way, I used to take this laptop to the bar and I would throw this laptop down just to mess with people. It broke the hinges. I would just mess with people. I'd be sitting outside the bar, I'd be drunk, and I'd drop my laptop as a joke. I was crazy back then. So it broke the hinges, a lot of the plastic. So I retired the laptop, even though it still works. And then I had it as a wall hanger, so I took the laptop apart and I put these metal braces inside the frame. And I'm probably going to hang this back on the wall for old time's sake. And I screwed this to a back plane on the wall. And so it's got these metal braces back here, so I can hang it on any wall. And the cool thing about this old laptop is the monitor opens up all the way back. So it's like a wall PC. And yeah, see, I threw it down and shattered it so much that the plastics all broke. But it still runs Windows XP. And I did a lot of work on this thing. Old Pentium 4. I'll boot it up. What I used to do with that laptop is that's where I had my internet stream running from. I also installed Linux on it. It's got Ubuntu on it, or Windows XP. We'll boot into the Windows XP partition. Look at that. How long has it been since you've seen that? This laptop is bulletproof. I literally would just drop it right out in front of the bar just to mess with people. And it still works just fine. So Texas Tornado says, hey Fry family, how the hell are you doing? Are y'all staying cool? It's not that hot today in Texas because it's cloudy. Last week it was a little bit warm. But yeah, I use this for my streaming encoder. I always have an encoder computer running in the house at all times. And my encoding computer right now is this one. So I can listen to anything running over. This is going to sound crazy, but it's true. Anything that runs through my mixer runs through my encoder machine, and I can listen to a remote stream over the internet. So if I want to just monitor my network, whatever I'm playing, or if I want to listen to a live show that's broadcasting at 128 kilobytes and I don't want to use that much bandwidth on my phone, I re-encode it at 48 kilobytes mono. So that's what my encoder is always doing. So whatever's running through my mixer is what I hear on my own private live stream. As crazy as that sounds. So yeah, this is old Windows XP, and it works great. It's slow, but let's see how much RAM is in this thing. Let's do this. Right click. Let's see. Beep. Performance. I think we got, let's see, physical RAM. Is it 1 gig or 2 gigs? CPU, it's a 4-banger, it's a Pentium 4. Yeah, I think it's not even but 2 gigs. Let's dig a little deeper here. It's got 1 gig of RAM. 1 gig of RAM. It's a 2.8 gigahertz Pentium 4. Yeah. Service Pack 3, version 2002. So it's a 20-year-old operating system, 20-year-old computer probably. But yeah. It's a Intel, it's the mobile Pentium 4. Hot running processor with 1 gig of RAM. But it's fairly snappy for what it is. It's not bad. You're not going to be doing any YouTubing or live streaming with that thing, that's for sure. But yeah. Cool. So Katie, did you get a Nuke tablet, or are you on a slower, older one? Or what, is it a better tablet? I'm almost done eating. I'm really milking this last part. Like I said, I fast every day now, so my stomach is shrinking. I couldn't have just eaten this like a normal person would eat it. So somebody the other day said, hey, I got a laptop I can send you. I said, please don't send me any more laptops. This is just one part of my house. That's all laptops and keyboards, mostly laptops. All those are laptops. Laptops. You can't see it, but there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 or 11 laptops right there. I have a laptop in the bedroom, a really nice fast one. I have one right here. I have one right here. I have one right here. I have a Chromebook there. I got another laptop over there. And in this studio, there's probably 2 or 3 laptops hiding that I don't see. I know there's an Apple laptop in there, a vintage one. And there's probably one stuck off in a corner somewhere around in here. So yeah. And I get these, most of these laptops I get. Oh, and there's a couple of laptops back in here. I know there's at least one or two in here. I get these laptops because the people say it's broke. And I'll fix them. And that's how I've ended up with so many laptops. I've only purchased 3 laptops in my whole professional career. 3 laptops. I've only bought 3 out of what? 20 something that are in here. And everybody's saying, oh, it's broke, the screen's broke, it won't boot, it won't post. So they just end up giving them to me. It's either a bad stick of RAM, power supply, wall wart power supply. There, I'm done. Kind of like that. That was good stuff. So now I'm craving fruit. So we're going to switch up to fruit. So this is what I do for sugar. And there's a lot of vitamin C in this stuff. So I freeze a bowl right here. This is my frozen bowl. And I'll come over here. I'll take some organic mangoes. And they're better frozen. Obviously you buy them in the frozen section, so they're going to be, you can't just leave them at room temperature. So I put half mango like that. And what are we doing next? We're going to do some pineapple, some frozen organic pineapple. The pineapple is a little bit harder to eat. You get the stuff that's not so consistent as far as the fiber. Some of it's kind of tough, depending on where they cut from the pineapple. But the taste is amazing. And when you cut out all sugar, like artificial sugars, any food that has any added sugar, when you cut that out, everything's so sweet. You can't even imagine how sweet everything is. So this is almost too sweet for me to eat. So at first they're almost too hard to eat, but that's what I eat for a snack. Is I have the frozen bowl, and this is something else I usually do. I put the frozen bowl on a little heat pad, so if I'm carrying her out in my hand, the bowl stays cold longer and my hand's not getting the chill either. And there you have your little treat. There's your candy right there. Doesn't get any better than that. Am I keto? No. I just had taters. But I don't do any wheat. I don't do any sugar. No wheat, no milk, no ice cream, no artificial sugars. The only sweetener I will eat is bee vomit. And you know, I know we shouldn't be eating bee vomit, but I do eat this honey. But this honey's been tested for 130 different contaminants that they're finding in other honeys. So honey can be very toxic depending on what brand of honey you're buying. And some honeys are cut with other sweeteners, so you're not getting pure honey. This is pure honey. It's over $10 a jar now, so things are getting expensive. Unfiltered, organic, creamed honey, and it's been certified with the Purity Award that it doesn't have the 130 known contaminants that are being found in other honeys. It's a little hidden information thing there, that honey can be very toxic depending on where you're getting it from, because The pesticides, herbicides, chemtrails, barium, strontium, aluminum, the pollution in the air goes straight into your honey, because whatever the bee is gathering, it vomits right back up onto your food, which is honey. That's all honey is basically it's bee vomit. So, you know. And the more you think about honey being bee vomit, that'll probably stop you from eating it so much. Doesn't stop me though. But I'm not eating that much of it. It should be more of a treat. Not that vomit's a treat, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Coach Kim says, even peas are sweet after fasting. Yeah, and peas are sweet if you don't have artificial sugars in your body. If you're not eating artificial sugars. I'm going to turn down Ride Along Gang here for a second. So that's not conflicting with... What else am I doing? Oh, check this out. So, I have 2 deep freezes. This is part of my preps. It's where I make ice. And no, I don't eat these. I'm going to throw them away. This is something that she bought. And yeah, I didn't even finish the hot chocolate, but I froze it. Alright, so this is full of pecans. These are stacked full of pecans, shelled. All these are shelled pecans. And I actually need to get another one out. So this one says 2020. Well, it looks good. And then the shelled pecans are like maybe a foot deep. And then there's unshelled pecans underneath that. And I probably have another 400 pounds or 500 pounds in the house that are not even in the deep freeze yet. But these are going to keep longer. And they're from about 2 years ago. So that's part of your preps, is you need a good deep freeze. Chester freezer. And another cool thing about a chest freezer is I need to even this out. These are frozen. I don't care about these. Another cool thing about a chest freezer like this is you're not letting the cold air out when you open it. So as long as you open the lid slowly, you're good. Here's another thing I recently found out. I was getting this bacon. It says uncured. You think, oh, that's the good bacon, right? Well, right here on the back, it says sugar. Look at this. Let's see, how far down the line is it? So it's got pork, water, sea salt, natural cane sugar, which is not that bad because the natural cane sugar still has the nutrition in it, if there is any. Celery powder and cherry powder. Alright, so that's this kind. So I don't get this anymore. I'm probably going to give this to the neighbors because it has sugar in it. I won't eat that. So this is the stuff I'm getting now. It says no sugar added. Well, I've been getting this, but they don't have this at the store sometimes, and I would get the other stuff instead of not knowing that it had sugar in it. So the ingredients on this stuff is water, sea salt, and that's it. It says celery powder. I guess they use that for some kind of preservative or seasoning. I don't know. But that's it for this. So yeah, everything has sugar in it. And this pasta, I don't eat pasta anymore. I just threw it in the deep freeze just for Armageddon, just in case, you know, I can't be that picky about what I eat. And this heavy cream I was using to make ice cream, heavy whipping cream, I froze it now. I don't eat that anymore. So no dairy, no wheat, no sugar. So yeah, I got deep freezes full of pecans now. But that's not really what I was going to show you. but I tangented on that. So we're gonna go put this in our other deep freeze. This is a little bit smaller. This is my daily driver. This is the one that I'm always opening. And what I eat these pecans with is the organic blueberries as a snack. I mix those two together. But here's what I was going to show you. Because I have both of those deep freeze, I got on a tangent, but this is where I'm getting at. So because I live by myself, I don't have kids or the wife or the girlfriend opening the fridge to get something out of the freezer. So this is what I've done with my freezer. These are all full of ice. The solid ice all the way here. All these are bottled old orange juice bottles full of ice, water, even in the door. So what that does is if the power goes out and it's at nighttime and I don't want to run the generator, this thing will stay cold for a long time. Just don't open it, and everything will stay in there. There's nothing you got to get out of there in an emergency. Your water should be always out of your refrigerator, especially if you're going into an emergency. Nothing will go bad in there. That's a complete ice box, literally. Now, at a certain point, these ones that are facing this direction will start melting. I need to go put the caps back on these. So I need to remember to come in here and put the caps on those, because these will melt and it will drain in here. So that's one thing I need to do. Let's put the lids, the caps back on them. But that's what I do with my freezer. And that's just more prepping stuff. If you live by yourself, you can do that kind of stuff. And if you have a deep freeze. If you don't live by yourself, there's no way you can ever pull off something like that, because that's crazy stuff right there. I don't know anybody that does that except me. But that's just the way I roll. I can do that. All right, Texas Tornado says, have you considered hook up with a friend who raises beef and pork and get local raised? I don't get any preservatives in my beef. The pork is the only thing that has the celery powder in it, and that's bacon, and I don't eat bacon that much. But yeah, friends of mine, they have cows, and I can go in with them to get the cows slaughtered. But I don't need to do that right now, but I always have that as a backup. Hey, what's happening? One America, no party. Son Honey or somebody, can you put One America, no party's channel link in the chat? Because look, check this out. We were just talking about this earlier. This flag right here is from One America, no party. Right here. One America, no party. He signed it, and he told the story one day on the stream. I think he was on a panel. This thing went around the Beltway in DC. It went. This flag made history with the People's Convoy. Yeah, One American Party says, fresh off the hoof meat is always the best. Yep. No. GJ, there's no limit to the amount of mods, because, you know, and the people with wrenches are not mods. They're there to, it's either an honorary wrench or they're an ex-moderator. Like One America, no party has a wrench because he was in the convoy, and he was, I was promoting his channel, and I wanted him to come in here and promote his channel. So the one thing I don't like about the pineapples is you find the little chewy things every now and then. But yeah, the channel doesn't have moderators anymore. Everybody that has a wrench on this channel is there to promote their channels or to promote somebody else's. That's what it's for. The channel's mod free. But yeah, big shout out to One American No Party. If somebody doesn't put his link in the chat, I will. And that's the only souvenir I got from the Convoy. And the only other thing that's kind of cool is this was the corn that we were feeding mud piglets. It's the same set of corn. And you can tell because I picked it up so many times, this side's kind of ripped. But every time I was throwing corn to mud piglets, this was the corn. So this is just going to stay in the studio. So between that, oh, and we can't forget the studio Convoy. Remember, it used to be down here on the floor, and I had a Convoy camera, and a lot of people didn't like it. So this is the names. We had Bubba, Edward, Texas Salt Army, Freedom Bus, Low Fly, and then the there's one in the other studio that I have. Can't remember the name. I guess that one came from Edward. But either way, that was the original studio Convoy, if you remember. And people were sponsoring those, like for $5 each. They cost me $5. You can't even find them now because of the supply chain. If you could buy them now, they're probably $25 each. And they all have lights and sound. Helicopter. Fire truck. Semi. Ambulance. And we got horns. Yeah, you probably can't find those anymore. And then I bought some extra ones if somebody wanted to sponsor, but I kind of stopped that just because it was fun while it lasted. But yeah, that's the only other things that I got that came from the Convoy that you might remember, but those never went to DC like the flag. So yeah, big shout out to One America No Party for the flag. Fry, I can send you a couple from my car if you want them. Yeah. So who is this alley cat person? You talking about flags? Here. There, you got a wrench just for saying those words. Yeah, I would love that. Shoot me an email and I'll give you my mailing address there. If anybody has any souvenirs from the Convoy, I'm going to feature them on the stream. And I'm going to put that flag somewhere in the backdrop here so we can always see it on the stream. I don't know if it's going to be hanging up here. I think we can hang it like right out here or something. That would be cool. We'll just have to see. It'll be nice though. But yeah, I want it to be always on the backdrop of the stream. For the life of me and the stream. Okay, so Alley Cat was riding in your truck for a while. Okay, yeah, that would be awesome, Alley Cat. And I just gave you a wrench just so I know that it's the same person. Yeah, if you want to shoot me an email at frytvnow@gmail.com, it's in the about page. I would love that. I'll send you my shipping info and I'll pay for it. I'll PayPal you the shipping or whatever. Yeah, that would be way cool. So Alley Cat says, I rode with One American No Party for a while and then drove a silver Ford Escape. I'm trying to think if I remember that. That would be so cool if we could find some footage of those flags on your car. Okay, cool. Well, either way, Alley Cat, there'll definitely be backdrops and props on the studio setup here, because I'm adding stuff all the time, like the assistance tower. They're all active. This one's the one that's hooked into the mixer. So whenever you're hearing me ask the thing to what time it is or wherever, this is the one that comes over the mixer. That one and this one are not hooked into the mixer, but this one's owned by a different company than that one. And then I added the glove. Like I said, I'm going to put some black lights. I almost want to go back to Walmart and look for a black light, because it could take me hours to find the one that I have here. I just need to think, where did I see it last? But yeah, I have one of these badass old school black lights that's about this long. I just got to remember where I think I put it last. It's probably in a tote in the garage. And I don't want to go digging in those totes. I'm reading a text message real quick, so hold on just a second. Yeah, so cutting out sugar is not easy. And this is what kind of sugar I'm talking about. I did not buy this. This was left here. But pure cane sugar is supposed to be the least offensive one. If it's really pure cane sugar, it still has a little bit of a, it's not as bad for you. But it looks pretty white to me, so it looks like they took out all the nutrients. Real good cane sugar is going to be brown. So you got the real good cane sugar that's going to be brown. That stuff's a little bit crappy looking. Then you got white sugar, which has had the nutrients and the molasses basically stripped out. And then brown sugar is the white sugar with the molasses added back into it. So they strip the nutrients out and then they throw molasses in there to make it brown. So you know, all sugar is not, it's not a nutritional supplement. I don't know why I'm keeping this, but I guess it's good to talk about it. But I'm not going to use it. But that's the stuff you want to get rid of your... Stop eating it, stop cooking with it. Flour, wheat, ice cream, all that stuff. And I know you're saying, well, potatoes have sugar in them. Yeah, but it's not spiking my blood sugar like other sugars would. Mojo Dragon says, Fry TV about love, learning, friendship, and freedom. You got it. And when you have your health, you have your wealth, you have your freedom. So that's the most freeing thing you can have in the world is your health. If you don't have your health, you have no freedom. So it trumps all the other freedoms that are kind of thing that man takes away. All these freedoms that everybody's seeking and fighting for are freedoms that a dictator or tyrant has taken away from them. And your health is the number one. So if you're a prepper or a truth seeker, start with your health. And you'll thank yourself. Your body will start thanking you every day. And it won't be easy. You'll have cravings. And I know I'm eating fruit, which has sugar in it, but pineapples are a good high source of vitamin C. There's a lot of fiber here. Three months ago, I would have been eating hot chocolate right now with ice cream. But I feel so much better now. And see, I was justifying that hot chocolate. I was telling myself, oh, it's got magnesium in it. All right, we're going to do this. I think I've had a decent stream here for the last... We'll make this a 2-hour stream. So in about 5 minutes, we're going to end the stream with a Poker Face song. We'll end it with Stalker by Poker Face. Even eating this is taking me longer because I'm doing so much yakking. We'll end the stream with a little bit of ambient lighting in the background. OA says, my stomach do not tolerate pineapples. Wow. That's interesting. I wonder what in the pineapple. Now, are you saying the fruit or the juice? Because we should never ever be drinking any juice. Like in here, I'm probably gonna have to give a lot of this stuff to the neighbors, but this bread was almost 3 months old or 4 months old. Not eating it. I'm just gonna see how long it's gonna be here. Still hasn't molded. Look at that. The date on it is April 19th, 2022. Best Buy. Still no mold. Now, I do have an ozone machine in the house which keeps the mold out of the air. So that might have a lot to do with mold spores not being in the air. But I got 6 of these juices here, and I used to drink this stuff all the time, but it's just sugar water. It's not that good for you. So, and this is the good organic Just Concord. There's no sugar added, but it's a processed food. We're not supposed to be drinking juice like that. That's processed. It's just sugar. It spikes your sugar. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how long we can keep this this loaf here. And what I mean by ozone machine, it's one of these. They're hard to find now. I've had a couple of them, but it's made by a company called BC, and it's got these little, I'll turn it off to show you. It's got these plates in the back. I need to clean them. As a matter of fact, I'll do that after the stream. This thing needs a little blowing out. So you got to clean these plates. And it creates ozone. So I pulled this one out of the bottom. So I always like to alternate. So the bottom goes in the top this time. So yeah, they demonize ozone when ozone is actually good. So this house has a high level of ozone in it. So ozone helps kill mold, spores, that kind of stuff. It's basically a oxygen molecule that's looking to grab onto something. So it's basically unstable oxygen in a sense. So it's going to grab onto something and burn it up. So ozone is good. So this whole demonizing ozone, you know when they have the ozone action days? I know you see it on your news. They have the ozone action days. Everything's upside down. They demonize oxygen. So that's another good thing about prepping. If you want to keep mold and mildew out of your house, one of the best ways to do it is run an ozone machine like I do. It stays on 24/7. When you come into this house, the air smells so clean. It's like it smells after a rainstorm. You know how the smell of a rainstorm, the lightning striking and all that, you can just smell the air? That's what this house smells like. So it's just too much acid. And it's the real fruit, OA. Huh. Yeah, I used to have one of those ionic breezes that worked on the same principle. But it finally went south on me. So Gemini, I guess I'm saying that right, says, worked at a spring bottling plant. Ozone went in every bottle. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? So that's not the way to eat a piece of fruit. I just dropped it. I'm gonna do this. I washed it off and ate it. Yeah, this ozone machine that I bought, there's different models. Some of them have lights. This one doesn't have a light. I paid $130 for it. You can find kits on eBay to make it yourself. They don't look as cool. Yeah, vitamin C is pretty important. All right, we're going to do this. Computer, play Stalker by Poker Face from Plex.
Playing by Poker Face from the album Made in America.
watching, hoping I was there. I look at you through the night sky, while you're brushing at your hair. I see your naked photo clearly. You don't even know I'm there. You feel my stare, feel my presence everywhere. Who said I was fair when our struggles everywhere? You feel my stare, feel my presence everywhere. Who said I was fair when our struggles
And wash your hands after touching any raw meat.
Adios, mofo.
If